In the news of being a female streamer, the horrific and annoying weirdos out there are always gonna go looking for you. I think it's sad. I think a female streamer needs to go through a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of weird stalkers out there. And today we're gonna take a look at the Cinna stream where Emiru unfortunately met a fan earlier that asked her out and she declined him. And later on he came up to 1 or 2 hours later and did this. Let's take a look at it. This is Emiru.
Hey, excuse me?
No!
Security?
Emily, no!
Hey,
Stop!
Whoa.
Let's fucking fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
now.
Hey, what's going
Security!
He's harassing us.
on? What's going on? What's going on, man?
Right now.
Ah!
Kill you right now.
Fuck off.
Kill you right now.
Security, please.
Security! Is this guy threatening to kill us? Him.
Security, guys, I got it. Can you let us inside?
Yeah, so as you can see, some fan that got declined asking to date Emiru came back later on 1 to 2 hours later threatening to kill and trying to attack Emiru. This was during Cinna's subathon and they had to end it there. Usually they always go with security guard, but this day they didn't. And this happened. He even changed clothing. He did change clothing. He changed everything and came back to attack them. And it's really sad. I mean, overall, this is a factor that a lot of people have to deal with whenever they have a public presence. But I think women definitely have to deal with this a lot more. The guy literally went off them saying he's trying to kill them. Like, there's nothing more to be said. They have nothing to do with this guy. And it's just another weirdo psycho trying to go attack them. And this could turn horribly wrong if they didn't have any extra assistance there. Luckily, security on the platform where they were at helped them out. And I'm not sure what's going on further with the scenario. I have a video here where Mizkif is talking about, which is, let's call them roommate of Emiru, of scenario where they have to deal with stalkers and viewers all the time. And I see here that Mizkif often has to carry a gun and pull the gun even on a viewer because of how insane they get. So let's take a look at this little video.
You boys know that we deal with a lot of stalkers. Let's not even pretend that me and Emmy don't deal with a lot of stalkers. It's bad. It's been bad. I mean, I told you guys last month there was Discords following everywhere I go on CCTV cameras that they hacked in Austin.
Isn't that crazy? They hacked CCTV cameras and they're sitting there like curating what they're gonna do in Discords
to know where I'm at and whose house I'm at. The Emmy has had a plethora of unhinged people that have been very weird over the years. I mean,
you can see kind of that Miz is getting frustrated and he's stressed. I cannot imagine how this feels. I can imagine how unsettled you must feel at all time whenever you know these things are happening. It's very scary. It's extremely scary.
It's hard. And a lot of them they're hyper obsessed about these girls because they believe that they're dating them. They are delusional and schizophrenic in a lot of ways, and they believe that these girls are actually their girlfriends. And
we just watched a guy thinking he is dating Pokemon. As you can see, these mental unstable people are a very common outcome in the content creator space. I think it's more prevalent within Twitch because live streaming has that direct connection with viewers. And I think because you have that direct connection, you will get more parasocial toward the individual you're speaking to because you have the opening of speaking to them directly or you have the opening of seeing them live. So there are a bigger outcome of people to create this kind of bonding with them. I feel like the discussion about people being parasocial is only a discussion we really see within the Twitch space. We never see that much with YouTube or anywhere else.
And it's a lot of times pretty sad because they almost don't think they're doing wrong and they don't even realize they're schizophrenic. So an example, one time I was at a convention. I'm not going to get fully into it, but there was a convention I was at and I was with Emmy, and this guy was following us around, was kind of like being weird. We didn't know what, he just was kind of like being weird, but not like in a weird, I'm like, I'm going to call the police. He's just kind of weird. He just kept like kind of following us and asking us weird questions. I forgot about him, right? We went to the convention, it was over. We fly back to Austin. We're going down the elevator to go home, and this guy is at the bottom of the elevator. And I immediately tell Emmy, I say, Emmy, get the fuck away. And this guy has his hand in his pocket. I'm like, he's going to kill me. I told Emmy, I'm like, Emmy, get away. I remember this. So I go up to the guy, and I'm like, I told her to run. And I go up to the guy, and I'm like, what are you fucking doing here? Like, what's going on? And this guy he had no money. He flew to these events for the girls, and he had no money. He smelled like a homeless person because and he was living on a bench, and he spent the last of his money he had to fly out. And he's like, no, like, I'm like, Emmy's my wife. And I'm like, dude, no, she's not. You know, you're dating Pokimane.
It must be awkward because imagine being Emmy's boyfriend and you have to deal with this all the time. Like this is insane, and it never ends because there's always another guy. There's another schizo always coming in like this.
So I was like, that's not a reality, bro. You can't even pretend this is real. Like this, what is going on? And I'm talking to him, chat, and this guy really believed it, and he didn't even realize he was schizophrenic. And he's like, yeah, dude, some people have told me that, but I don't know if it's true or not. And I'm like, man, like, dude, you are schizophrenic. Like, I'm sorry to tell you this. I bought him a flight home, and I called the cops, obviously, but they were like, there's not much we can really do. And that's the thing that sucks for a lot of these girls, is there's not a lot they can really do. That's not enough to say like, hey, we're going to send this guy home, or we're going to.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the sad thing for women. Honestly, that we are in a time that has advanced so far. Like they haven't even curated themselves for these scenarios yet. So there's no eligible reason for police to put anyone in custody or removing them or stuff like that. There's no defense until they do any awful action, which is horrifying. Like it is fucking scary.
Put them in jail or anything. They're just like, yeah, okay. You go this way, you go that way. That's all we can do. You tell the police, they don't do shit. They harass them. And then, you know, it's like, even with security, like I said, it's not enough. Security, yeah, you're safe for the stream for 3 hours. But what about after stream? When they follow you home like they did with me and Emmy, you know? I pulled a gun on a viewer that came to my house, and he was there for Emmy. I mean, I don't talk about this.
That's why I keep a taser with me. Listen, if I was a girl in America, I'll always keep a gun. I'm just saying it right now. I'd always keep a gun in my purse if I was a girl in America. Just saying. If I'm not in America, I'd keep a taser. Because fuck me. Fuck this shit.
I really think there's a point a lot of time, but yeah, I pulled a gun on a viewer.
Like I saw that Amaranth scenario. Amaranth would maybe been like, we cannot even imagine the horrific scenarios she would be dealing with if she was not a gun owner. The past 2 days, the scenario that happened 2 days ago, we would not even know what would happen to her. But since because she's a gun owner, she actually shot them and got them away from the property. Like, these are the moments where you look at it and see, yeah, I get why owning guns is a good idea. And I think that when you hear about like I don't know, like it's a good and evil scenario of owning like guns being illegal or not, which I don't want to jump into, but like I see that and I think to myself, yeah, this is a great tool for women to defend themselves, or weak men to defend themselves, or families to defend themselves.
Because he showed up to my house and he was banging on my door asking for Emmy. If he stepped in my house, would I have shot him? I would have killed him. Absolutely. If that guy tried to get in my house, I was going to kill him. I was ready. I had the trigger ready. I was going to shoot him.
They even beat her and tore her door. Yeah, they beat her. They hit her in the face and shit like that. they were ready to put her in plastic and like cuff her and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck they were planning to do.
Of course I would.
3 men, 3 big men. What do you think they're gonna do to a OnlyFan girl when they're gonna kidnap her? I mean, there's many. I think we all can know what the fuck is gonna happen.
But I remember what happened after that. This is what happened. I swear to God, I was gonna kill him. Imagine that you're in this situation. You're gonna kill somebody who's stalking someone that you're very close to, and he has he had a picture of her on her phone. And after all this guy's at my house. He's waiting for her. He's admitting to the police when they get there that he's there for her and that they're dating and all this other stuff. I told the police that, what are we going to do about it? We're going to bring him to a 7-Eleven that's near your house, and we're going to let him go because that's all we can do. And that's all they did. They got his name. They got his number. They're like, yeah, if you come back, you're trespassing, but that's it. And that's what these girls deal with. That's what I'm saying, chat. This is not something that's Texas. This is not something that's just my police. This is something that these girls with these kind of people, they don't get the help they need. And
that's why every girl is jealous of VTubers. Now, again, everything can get leaked and etc. But like, I think every content creator, every female content creator out there would definitely, if they had the chance, they would swap to be a VTuber. Because of like, this shit is just too tiresome.
These guys just don't stop. Getting a restraining order is really fucking hard. It's not an
There's
easy
no
process.
defense
It's
on
not
this.
like it's a very hard thing to prove, and it's a very hard thing to get. It's not simple.
The problem with these things is that it always makes it seem that something bad has to happen for them to police to actually do something. And that's the problem with this, like the system. Unfortunately, there's not enough defense for these girls. But yeah, that's sad. It's really unfortunate that this happened and these things happen. But what are you going to do about it? Until some millennial get more until somebody gets into the state or that focuses on adding some changes to this, because eventually there has to be changes to defend people in these scenarios. But yeah, it sucked. This is not the first, and it's not the last, unfortunately.